So today we are with my mother, Georgia, and she's sharing her story of how she has kept her hope of accepting reality through grief and change and a lot of loss. So, Mom, I know you had two sisters who
Yes.
died young.
Yes,
And then in 2015, Dad died, and you had been
Yes.
married 47
47
years.
years, and it's a big adjustment after 47 years being alone. So it took me a while to adjust, even though I was working. It helped me a lot working and be with my friends, but it took a while before I started really living again. And then 2019, October 2019, I was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and that was a big shock to me and my family. So I had to go through a whole process of accepting that I had cancer and try to deal with everything, because at the beginning I thought I was dying. And then all of a sudden they gave me hope. I had a good oncologist, and they found a good treatment for me. They told me it's treatable. Very hopeful. Thank God every day where I am right now. And I started traveling again and enjoying my life with my children and my friends. And of course, I had the help of everybody to deal with all of that, and it helped me a lot. Being with friends and talking about it. You know, it's not good to be alone. And one thing, if I help anybody, is to say, don't Google cancer, because I did, and it's like a death sentence when you do, and you lose your hope. And for me, after I saw my doctor, of course, I got the hope I needed. So don't go by yourself and look on the internet, and my oncologist told me that. So it's good to have a good doctor and believe in him, and from then on, you know.
Yeah. And it was amazing because in 2019, you had just come back from Cyprus, and you had an amazing time with your brother.
2 months in Cyprus. And when I came back less than a month later in September, my brother suddenly died. That was before my diagnosis, and I had to deal with that death. And a month later, or less than a month later, I was diagnosed. So you have to deal with everything. Everything.
Yeah. And then I remember starting this new medication. We didn't know what kind of side effects there would be.
Exactly.
One of the side effects, the first thing you see is death.
Exactly.
Because people die.
Yeah.
And so you took some time off work. You had adjusted to the medicine.
Exactly. And with very little side effect, almost none. And I was ready to go back to work. And of course, COVID happened. And I had to be careful because I'm immunocompromised because of the medicine I take. So I didn't go back to work because we still have COVID. I decided it's time to retire. And I'm enjoying my life now. It was an adjustment.
Oh, it was a big, you did not want to quit working, and you had to because you were in retail management with people. You couldn't go back. This pandemic kept going on. It's continued going on. And you still take precautions. However, you're traveling again.
Yes, I am.
How are you doing that?
Yeah, I'm traveling again, and I'm very careful. I wear my mask on the planes. So I'm going to California next week, staying 2-3 weeks, and then I'm going to Cyprus because I have a lot of family there, and I love spending time with them. So
Yeah, definitely. I think, we say it, but actually live it for the moment, treating every day as precious. We need to do that increasingly, because I remember, okay, so the pandemic happened and you were stabilized on the medicine.
Yes.
You were doing great with those appointments and your scans, to the point of being able to travel, where before we would have questioned, are you okay with the medicine? Are there side effects? What's going to happen? And so you felt healthy enough to travel. You had the doctors okay, but the countries were shut down. The borders were closed.
Exactly. So
you couldn't go. So then we waited a year and you actually traveled in 2021 in August internationally, which was pretty amazing.
Not a lot of people travel then, but I did. And it was okay. Everybody was careful. In other countries, like in Cyprus, everybody was very careful, and I was too. But I was able to see my family and enjoy myself, and I'm glad I did it. And so I'm living my life now, and I'm thankful to God. I'm healthy enough to do that, and I feel very hopeful for the future.
Now, something that I know a lot of people prayed for you.
Yes.
And we trusted God. And so that was huge. People also had some advice that was unsolicited that they gave you. Do you remember what some of that was?
Well, people, when you are diagnosed with cancer, you hear a lot of, oh, there is this tea from China, and if you drink it, it will take the cancer away. Or don't eat this, don't eat that. Sugar makes the cancer grow bigger. When I told my oncologist that, he said, don't believe anybody else. We go by science, and eat whatever you want, regular, and be careful, but a good diet. And that's what I follow, and move on.
Yeah. And I remember he scientifically explained the sugar thing to us.
Yes.
And we understood it.
Yes.
So it's good that you even eat just whatever you want in a really balanced way.
Yes, it is. Yes.
And it metabolizes well in your body.
No, it's fine.
And the cancer is scar tissue now.
Yes, I'm in remission now. Of course, we do the scans every 3 months. Just in case, because they said they have other treatments they can do, but I'm with the same treatment, immunotherapy. So far, so good.
Yeah. And people still ask me, how's your mom? And I'm like, she's great. And they wonder, she went through chemo. No, she didn't have chemo. She lost her hair. No, she didn't lose her hair. We, at the beginning, it was a death sentence. Everybody was like, how is she? Is she moving? Oh my goodness. I said, she walks up and down hills every day in the neighborhood.
Yes.
It's like a 2-mile walk that she goes on every day in hot, humid weather, in pollen, in really cold weather. It doesn't stop her. And her lung capacity is great.
It is.
People just don't believe that you can survive stage 4 lung cancer in a pandemic, travel, walk, not lose your hair. Exactly. This shows how far science and technology has gone, because probably 5 years ago, you would have died.
Yeah.
Or if you didn't have this treatment, if we were in another country, I know because I did the research.
Yes.
You're not able to get this medicine unless you can pay out of pocket. So we're very blessed.
We are very blessed
in the US.
Here.
Yeah, and that the insurance will help cover.
Yes. So.
Yeah. And so do you remember, like, I want to go through the stages. Do you remember the shock?
It was a big shock for me when it happened, because I did everything right. I never smoked. So one cancer I never expected was the lung cancer. So it was a big shock. So you have to learn to how to accept it. And at the beginning, and I did. and my family helped me, you and your brother and my friends, and of course, people at work, because I was still working. So it's good to talk about it. At the beginning, it was hard, but I'm a person that likes to move on and accepted it and say we hope for the best. And I did.
And you did. You
did. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember just the anger that you felt? What were you angry about?
Yeah, at the beginning I was angry because I asked my doctor, okay, how long do you think I had this cancer? He said probably a year and a half. So I thought, oh my God, a simple x-ray probably could have detected it, but because I was so healthy, there was no need for an x-ray. So that's why they didn't take one, and I probably didn't have an x-ray for the last 10 years. But if you are healthy, they don't go to the extreme to do this test. But they could have found it earlier if they did a simple x-ray. So I was angry about that, but then, there's nothing you can do. At least we caught it on time for treatment.
Right. And so there was this blaming, projecting, resisting it. What if?
What if for a while, and then after you accept it, you don't think that way anymore. And you move on.
Right. So you found true acceptance. This is the reality of my life. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm living every day.
I'm living it, and I'm trying to enjoy myself like I was enjoying myself before. And my doctor told me that. He said, it will make it like you will be happy and enjoy yourself again. He told me that from the beginning, and I didn't believe it would happen, but it did.
Yeah. And that was a powerful moment when you said to him, I was happy.
I was happy.
And now I'm not. He said, you still could be happy.
Yes. You'll be happy again.
That was excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gave you hope from the beginning.
He gave me hope from the beginning. And whatever he tells me, I do.
Yeah. You're a good patient.
I'm a good patient. Yes.
Yeah. And you live your life fully. Have there been things that have set you back a little bit, maybe scared you a little bit, and that you had to process? Or you just didn't really pay attention to it because you had a husband of 47 years die, all your siblings die, and stage 4 lung cancer, and then a pandemic.
Yes.
And so now things just don't bother you they made you, because I haven't noticed anything.
No, nothing bothers me. Little things don't bother me anymore. I ignore a lot of things. This comes with age, of course, ignoring, and don't get upset about the simple things that people get upset sometimes. So I don't let things bother me like that. Because you don't know when that time comes that I won't be able to do things and enjoy my children and my friends. So I enjoy life, and I'm happy. I feel happy, for the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know part of what you're doing now is friends will call you and you're actually informally counseling them and giving them hope.
Yeah,
from your perspective.
Yes, I do. I change that changed me. So I talk to my friends, and we talk open about it, and I make them feel good. The way I talk. I'm a happy person, which is a gift, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's. Is helpful to a lot of people, especially friends.
Yeah, and I know you're the matriarch of the family with my cousins in Cyprus, and they find it very beneficial to hear your wisdom. I know you get calls on Messenger and WhatsApp, and they stay connected to talk to you, and that's just really helpful to them, because I know a lot of younger people than you see these things happen in the world and they become anxious and afraid. And I've seen you just keep your calm.
Yes.
Even when I was one of those people. What do you mean where there's a war? Oh my goodness. Yeah. You're on the heels of everything else happening.
Exactly.
It feels really unstable and it hasn't shaken you.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't anymore. Nothing shakes me because I went through the worst. So anything else will pass it and we'll move on. That's my philosophy.
Okay, so we all need to learn from that.
Yes.
Just things are going to happen.
Exactly.
Perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're going to accept it, go through the stages, feel
you have to, you do. Yeah.
We're going to be shocked, sure, but maybe not as powerfully frozen in our lives. Yeah. We're going to just get used to this process more and more the longer we experience it and grow from it.
Yes.
Because we could get stuck and you didn't get stuck.
Exactly. You can get stuck and be depressed and don't live life. And for me, it was great that I wasn't in that situation. So.
Well, I'm happy to hear your story and very grateful that you have braved the camera to do this. So thank you for your vulnerability.
I'm not used to this, but yeah.
None of us were. We're getting used to it. We're all movie stars now on YouTube and the internet. We're internet stars. Yeah. So there we go.
Well.